Hello students, welcome to Anne's classes. Let's do profit, loss and discount, the multiple choice type questions from chapter 10. The multiple choice type of questions, page number 133. Choose the correct answer from the options given below. Question 1. An old bicycle is bought for 675 rupees and 125 rupees is spent on its repairs. So, a bicycle is bought for this much of money and more money has been spent on its repairs. If the repaired bicycle is sold for 880 rupees, what is the profit or the loss percent? That is a question. Okay, so we have to choose from the options that are given to us. So this is the price at which the old bicycle was bought, and this is the price, this is the amount that is added to it because repairs have been made on that old bicycle. So now let's write what's given to us. Cost price of a bicycle. So cost price is the price by which that is bought, that is 675 rupees was the initial price. Then the amount spent on repairs was 125 rupees. So the total cost price will be 675 rupees plus 125 rupees. So this will be the total cost price. So this is equal to 800 rupees. So that is 800 rupees. So this is the total cost price. Now the selling price is given to us. It's given here. It's sold for 880 rupees. So that is the selling price. So selling price is 880 rupees. So the cost price is 800 rupees. Selling price is 880 rupees. So when the selling price is more than the cost price, a profit has been made. So what is the profit? How do we find the profit? By subtracting selling price minus cost price. So that will be 880 rupees minus 800 rupees. And the profit, when you minus these two, is 80 rupees. So there has been a profit of 80 rupees. Now we have been asked to find the profit or loss percent. Now we know it's a profit, so we're going to find the profit percent. And the formula is profit by cost price into 100%. So this is how we find the profit percent. Profit by cost price into 100%. So let's do that. So profit is 80 rupees. Cost price is 800 rupees. And now we multiply this by 100%. Now we can cancel. I can cancel 100 and 800. 100 once and 100 into 8. And I can cancel 80 and 8. So that is 10. So here I have 10%. That means the profit percent is 10%. So that is our answer. Option 1. Option 1 is 10% and that is our answer. Question 2. The cost price of 20 pence is equal to the selling price of 16 pence. So we have to find out first of all if there was a profit or a loss and what the percent of that is. Now whenever you have a different number, here you have 20 and here you have 16, we have to bring it to an equal number. So we can find the cost of 1 here and the selling price of 1 here. So let's begin. So let the cost price of 1 pen be 100. Okay, so cost price of 20 pence is equal to the cost price of this, but they've not told us how much it is. So let's consider the cost price of 1 pen to be 100 rupees. Okay, so we'll make that 100 rupees. Then the cost price of 20 pence, if the cost price of 1 pen is 100 rupees, cost price of 20 pence will be 100 into 20. So 100 into 20, you multiply only the numbers. 1 into 2 is 2. Then see 1, 2, 3 zeros. You can add 3 zeros. So that makes it 2000. So this is the cost price of 20 pence and the selling price of 16 pence also. Now why is this the same? Because that is what the question says. The cost price of 20 pence is equal to the selling price of 60 pence. So now we know that the cost price of 20 pence is 2000 and the selling price of 16 pence is 2000. So now we have to find the selling price of 1 pen. And to find that, we have to divide 2000 by 16. So let's do that. Divide 2000 by 16. So let's do that division. 2000 divided by 16. 16, let's take 20. 16 ones are 16. Minus we have 4. 40. So now 16 twos are 32. 32 minus 40 minus 32 is 8 and we put a 0 here. Now 16 into 5 is 80. So now we have our quotient. Our quotient is 125 and that is the selling price of 1 pen. So rupees 125. So now we have the selling price of 1 pen and we have the cost price of 1 pen. Okay, so the cost price of 1 pen is 100 rupees and the selling price of 1 pen is 125. So selling price is more than the cost price. That means there has been a profit. So let's find the profit on selling 1 pen. So that will be the bigger number, that is 125 minus the smaller number 100. So 125 minus 100 is 25. So the profit is 25 rupees. Now we have to find the profit percent. So to find the profit percent, we say profit divided by cost price into 100. So that is profit is 25 divided by the cost price, which is 100, into 100%. Now we can cancel. I can cancel this and this. So now what do we have? 25%. So this is our answer, 25%. And that is option 4, 25% profit. We have a profit of 25%. Question 3. The cost price of 16 pence is equal to the selling price of 20 pence, similar to the previous one. Now here we need to find again if there was a profit or a loss and the percent. So let's begin by saying let the cost price of 1 pen be equal to 100 rupees. Then the cost price of 16 pence will be 100 rupees into 16. So that will make it 1600 rupees. So this is the cost price of 16 pence. Now what is the selling price of 20 pence? That is also 1600. How do we know that? In the question it says cost price of 16 pence is equal to the selling price of 20 pence. So now we have the selling price of 20 pence. So let's find out the selling price of 1 pen. So that will be 1600 divided by 20. So let's do that. 1600 divided by 20. So here we can take 160. 20 into 8 is 160 minus. Then we have a 0. So carry that there. Minus. So what is our quotient? 80. And this is the selling price of 1 pen, that is 80 rupees. So now let's look at the cost price. The cost price is 100 and the selling price is 80. So this time the cost price is more than the selling price. That means there was a loss when this person sold the pen. So loss, how do we find the loss? We have to subtract these two, the cost price and the selling price. So that is 100 rupees minus 80 rupees. So 100 minus 80 is 20 rupees. So the loss on selling 1 pen was 20 rupees. So now we have to find the loss percent. To find the loss percent, we say loss divided by cost price into 100%. So this is, the loss is 20 rupees. The cost price is 100 rupees and we multiply by 100%. Now we can cancel this 100 and this 100. So what is left is 20%. So this is our answer. So this is a loss, isn't it? So this is the loss percent and that is option 1, 20% loss. Question 4. An article is bought for 15,000 rupees and 1,000 rupees is spent on its repairs. If the article is sold at 20% profit, find the selling price. This is our question. So let's write down. The cost price of the article is given to us here as 15,000 rupees. So let's write 15,000 rupees. This is the amount spent on buying the article. Then amount spent on repairs is also given to us, and that is 1,000 rupees spent on its repairs. That means the total cost price will be the original cost price, which is 15,000 rupees, plus the amount spent on its repairs. So that will be 15,000 plus 1,000, which is 16,000 rupees. So this is the cost price now. Now the rest of the question, the article is sold at 20% profit. That means there was a profit. So profit will be 20% of the cost price, and that is 16,000. So this will be 20 by 100 into 16,000. So let's cancel here. I can cancel these two zeros and two zeros here. Let's multiply these two. 16 into 2 is 32, and then there are two zeros. That means the profit is 3,200 rupees. Now we have been asked to find the selling price. To find the selling price, we say selling price is equal to cost price plus profit. And what is the cost price? We have to take the total cost price, that is 16,000 rupees, plus the profit, and the profit is 3,200 rupees. So we have to add up these two. When you add up these two, you get 19,200 rupees. So this is the selling price, and that is our answer, and that is option 4, rupees 19,200. Question 5. Rashid buys a certain number of bananas at 2 for 1 rupee and sold all of them at 1 rupee each. The profit or loss made we have to find. So here let's be careful. Now 2 for 1 rupee, he has bought them, but he's selling them at 1 rupee each. That means 1 for 1 rupee. Okay, so keep this in mind. Now we have to write this out. So here cost price of 2 bananas is 1 rupee. So here, as you can see, you're talking about cost price of 2 but selling price of 1. That means we have to make both cost price and selling price equal. So we're going to find the cost price of 1 banana. So cost price of 1 banana will be 1 rupee divided by 2. This is half a rupee, and half a rupee we know is 50 paise. So this is 50 paise. Okay, now we have the cost price of 1 banana, and we also have the selling price of 1 banana, and that is 1 rupee each, 1 rupee. So cost price of 1 banana is 50 paise, selling price of 1 banana is 1 rupee. So from this you can make out that a profit has been made. Instead, selling price is more than the cost price. So first we have to find the profit. So what is the profit? 1 rupee minus 50 paisa. So 1 rupee minus 50 paisa is 50 paisa. So we have the profit. Now since your answer is in percentage, we have to find the profit percent. So profit percent will be profit divided by cost price into 100%. So what is the profit? Profit is 0.50. What is the cost price? Cost price is also 0.50. Now we multiply by 100%. Here we can cancel. As you can see, this and this are the same. So you can cancel it. So what is left is 100%. So what is the profit that has been made? The profit is 100%. And that is option 1, 100% profit. Question 6. Two identical articles are bought at 300 rupees each. So we have the cost price. If one is sold at 25% profit and the other at 25% loss, what is the profit or the loss made on the whole? So to find profit or loss, we need to have cost price and selling price. So here we have the cost price, but we don't have the selling price, and selling price is different for both the articles. The first one was sold at 25% profit and the second one at 25% loss. So now let's do this slowly and carefully. First, let's look at the selling price of the article which is sold at a profit. So first we're going to find the selling price of this article. So cost price is given to us. Already it's given to us. This is 300 rupees. So cost price is 300 rupees. Then the profit is 25% of this. That is 25% of 300. So that is 25 by 100 into 300. So here we can cancel 100 and 300. So that is 3 and multiply 25 into 3 is 75. So the profit is 75 rupees. Then the selling price. To find the selling price, we should say cost price plus profit. So that will be 300 rupees plus 75 rupees. So that is how much? That is equal to 375 rupees. This is the selling price of the article which is sold at a profit. Then the selling price of the article sold at a loss. So now let's take up the other article. So here also cost price is the 300 rupees because both are sold at 300 rupees. Cost price is 300. The loss is 25% of 300. So 25% of 300, which we have already found out here. We found 25% of 300 to be 75 rupees. So that is 75 rupees. So the selling price here will be cost price minus the loss. Because it's a loss, we have to subtract it. So that is 300 rupees minus 75 rupees. So 300 minus 75 will be 225 rupees. So we have the first selling price 375, the second selling price 225. Now, what is the total selling price? We have to add up both. So to find the total selling price, let's say 375 rupees plus 225 rupees. And that is equal to 600 rupees. This is the total selling price. Then the total cost price. Now, since each article was bought at 300 rupees each, it says, isn't it? That means there are two articles. So we should say 300 plus 300. So the total cost price is 300 rupees plus 300 rupees, which is equal to 600 rupees. So here can you see the cost price is 600 rupees and the selling price is also 600 rupees. That means there was no profit or loss made since both are equal. So the profit or loss is total selling price minus total cost price. So what is the total cost price? Selling price is 600 rupees. Cost price is also 600 rupees. And when you subtract both, you get a 0. That means the answer is option 2. There was neither a profit nor a loss. Since both selling price and the cost price are the same, and if you have to find profit or loss, when you subtract, you get 0. That means there was no profit nor a loss. Question 7. Two articles are sold for 300 rupees each. So sold means we're talking about the selling price. If on one article a profit of 25% profit and the other article 25% loss is made, we have to find the profit or loss. So to find profit or loss, we need to know the cost price and selling price. Here we know the selling price, but we don't know what the cost price is. So let's consider the cost price to be X. So first we'll begin by writing about the selling price of the article which has 25% profit. So selling price of the article which is first sold at a profit, and here we're going to consider the cost price to be X. So let the cost price be X. Now this was sold at a profit. Okay, so there was a profit, that will be the profit given here is 25%. So 25% of X was the profit. And what is that? 25 by 100 into X. So now here I can cancel this 25 and 100. This becomes 1 and 4. So 1 into X is X and by 4. So the profit is X by 4. Then the selling price is cost price plus profit. Cost price plus profit is the selling price. And what is the cost price? The cost price given to we consider it to be X and the profit is X by 4. And this is equal to how much? It's equal to 300 rupees. It's given to us, isn't it? It is sold at 300 rupees. So now with the help of this, we can find the value of X. To find the value of X, we have to find the LCM here. So this is X by 1. So let's write this way. X plus X by 4. Now we're going to work that out here. X plus X by 4. We're going to give it the denominator 1. Now the LCM is 4. So 1 into X. 1 into 4. So here also X into 4. X into 4 is 4X plus here we have 4 into 1. So X into 1 is simply X. So 4X plus X is equal to 5X by 4. So we can write that here. So 5x by 4, we're going to write it here. This has been converted to 5x by 4. That means 5x by 4 is equal to 300 rupees. So we can find the value of x alone. How do we find that? We write this 300 rupees here as it is, and we're going to transpose this 5 by 4 to the other side. It becomes division, divided by 5 by 4. So x is equal to 300 into 4 by 5. We write the reciprocal. Now we can cancel. 5 6 are 30. So this is 600. So 600 into 4 is 240. So we have got 240 rupees, and this is our cost price. So let's write it up here. Here we have cost price. So the cost price is now 240 rupees. So this is 240 rupees, and this is the cost price. So this is the first part. So this is when there was a profit of 25%. Now let's look at the other part where there was a loss of 25%. So selling price of the article sold at a loss. So here also let the cost price be X, just like the previous one. And the profit here, it's not profit, it's loss, and the loss is 25% of X. And we have already found that out in the previous one here. 25% of X is X by 4. So we can write that here. So that is X by 4. Now the selling price is cost price minus loss. So what is the cost price? Cost price is X and loss is X by 4. So here we have to find the LCM again and subtract these two. So let's do it here. X by 1 minus X by 4. So here the LCM is 4. So here we can say 1 into 4. So X into 4 is 4X minus 4 into 1, and X into 1 is X. So 4X minus X is 3X by 4. So here instead of this we can write 3X by 4. So let's write that. This is equal to 3X by 4. Now we already know the selling price is given to us 300 each. So selling price is 300. So 300 rupees. So now we can find the value of X here by using this. So let's say 3X by 4 is equal to 300 rupees. Now we can find the value of X. X is equal to 300 rupees divided by, now here we have 3 by 4. So we're going to take it to the other side. So multiplication will now become division, divided by 3 by 4. So this is X is equal to 300 into 4 by 3. Now we can cancel 3 into 100. And here 100 into 4 is 400. So we've got 400 rupees, and this is X. And what is X? X is the cost price here. So let's write this 400 there. So here it is 400 rupees. So this is the cost price here. So we have cost price when there was a profit, and cost price when there was a loss. So now let's go to the next step. Next step is the total selling price, and that here it says 300 rupees each. So the total selling price will be 300 rupees plus 300 rupees. So that makes it 600 rupees. This is the total selling price. Now the total cost price we just found out, it is 240 and 400 rupees. So this will be 240 and 400. When you add it up, you get 640. So here you can see that the cost price is more than the selling price. That means there was a loss, isn't it? There was a loss here. So the profit or the loss is total selling price minus total cost price. And total selling price is 600 rupees. And total cost price is 640 rupees. So since 640 is more. We need to write that first. So 640 rupees minus 600 rupees. So that is how much? This is 40 rupees. So that means there was a loss. There was a loss of 40 rupees, and that is option 2. 40 rupees loss is the final answer. So we will stop with this for now, children. In our next video, we will continue with the remaining questions. Thank you, children.